minute, we'll get this started. Listen for my voice. Hello everyone, Bubble Native 720 here, bringing you part 169 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. We are just about to hit the cusp where we will head into Dawn Trail, so we're going to go ahead and finish this up. Real quick, also excited, they basically opened up the pre-order for the remaster for Final Fantasy Tactics. Yay, I've already put in my pre-order for that, so... September 30th it comes out, supposedly. It could get pushed back. We don't know yet. But I'm hoping to try Return to Ivalice at some point. It'll be well worth it. I love that game. When one door closes. Hero. One of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldessian request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldessian Annex at once. Ojiko awaits your arrival. Thank you. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ashdaya the city. From the notable landmarks to the people's lives, there's still much more for her to see. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Yes, we also did save Ashdaya, and also we stopped Zodiark, or not Zodiark, but Zeromus. Pardon me, I'm still, nasally. Got a lot of allergies. A warm and hearty welcome to you, hero. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch Kral Graha. Okay. Thank you for coming on such short notice, and forgive us for sending for you so soon after your trials in the void. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aranville. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Interesting. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Hero to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Sure. Alright, if I do pause, I do apologize. It's me trying to clear my sinuses, sneeze, etc. So that way you guys don't get that in your ears. Now then, where is Aranville? There he is.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
Not really.
I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go? if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Oh, where did she go?
But it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
There she is.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Forgot to put my glasses on.
Of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The right of succession, taking the form of a contest. It will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning. I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulja, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulja, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
You have my complete attention. This is strictly a rumor, nothing more. Golden City, I've heard about it before. I'm gonna do the last one.
So the tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oof.
Yolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Notice she's wearing the earring.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
I gotta go in face wear. Elegant, rimless, silver. The game is afoot. Crit and skill speed, spell speed, direct hit, crit and spell speed, termination, tenacity. Caviar Canaps is a good one, but I'm just gonna get the silver pieces. I don't need food. A chance to see not only Tyrell, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've owned my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tyrell. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the isle. I will join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Alright. So we're in the first little biddies before, whatchamacallit? Dawn Trail. So we have to take a ship. Ugh. And I barely set foot on dry land. Oh well. I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt. Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. I'm about ready. I'm gonna lose 3 levels.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, a white bear! I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
Yeah, I know, right?
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
Smart.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
Where can I get an axe like that?
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can. The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right. Let's fight our fear.
Gotcha.
Look! Someone's in trouble!
Yeah! Taste of my axe!
These animals are
need some crits. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are, Hero, the adventurer who saved our star. Would that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Yeah, right. If it suddenly turns off, you plummet to your
That's
death.
our petitioner. Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beasts responsible for all of this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this.
Nice.
Is that all? Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
You find ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
You find feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You
Roasted.
presume it's even safe to eat?
Oh, cool. Pile of crap. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assail your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
I suppose they're upset we disturbed their home.
If they're spoiling for a fight, they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
We can't just jump down. It's a simple jump.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh shit. I forgot about that.
Ah! What is that thing? It speaks?
Well, we figured out what it is.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
So she gets flustered easily. Cool, we have an arena.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Wonder if it'll taste like chicken. The giant colibri.
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Ah, shut up already, you bastard bird!
Ugh. Gross.
I've got you.
Nice.
That was too close.
Steady now.
My buff went away. Oh well.
Who paid for that?
Ah, crap. Oh shit. Gotcha. I can't attack it right now. Oh, I can attack it now. been trying to beat the giant colibri. It won't let me.
Nothing to it. Have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
Gotti. Took it down.
And I had barely limbered up.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Uh-oh.
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks! Dirty tricks!
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me.
Sweet.
Cryle.
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
Mm-hmm.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
You got a nice flourish.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
It's part of the reason why I didn't play around as Pictomancer, even though I do like the Pictomancer class, is I wanted it to be a surprise for when Cryo popped up as one.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy. As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
By the way, Realm is from Final Fantasy VI.
What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Oh yeah.
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf, and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
Huh.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuli Yolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Huh.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there.
Lots
In
of
order
things.
to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Tastes like chicken, probably. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we could take it to here in Charlie at the last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. Who's ready to eat some bird? Oh yeah, I made a summer indigo shirt. Bought some cheap indigo cloth. Jamming way. Or no, leopard has gone before, huh? I'll have to pick some of these up. Well now, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you, hero? Oh-ho, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me, I have just the recipe. The new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? Mainly because we brought the main ingredient.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
That is a big-ass tomahawk.
I'd heard that Charleyan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Heh.
What is this? It smells spicy.
Is that Zeros?
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
I think that's Zero special. Yep.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice. So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charleyan.
It's nothing I can't handle.
That's one way to get rid of it.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Almost like siblings.
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
I like Arnville. Wukalamat's okay. She kind of grows on you a little bit. She does have her weak moments, though.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Huh.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Notice how she wants to be the one to win, even though it might not be for the best. It's kind of one-sided thinking. They only mentioned one person shouldn't be allowed to roll, but you could have other people that could roll, maybe. Give me a second. Let this play.
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you.
We got more food to eat.
And one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Heh. Whether Luke Lamont has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Give me that silver. The Coming Dawn. Ooh, a gift. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Lamont's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Numenon is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. Just the thought of burying myself in books is making me feel sleepy. Information is king. Quite right. Not only would it help you to make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you'd be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. So close to 94. Ran into a wall there. Pardon me. I gotta go up the hill before I go around. Gotta remember that. Ha, there's pudding way. Guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. One thing on its mind. Oh, I wonder, can you run up this? Oh, you can. Cool. Yeah. Principles of blue magic and spell acquisition. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Turau. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. That was from the duder that gave me Blue Mage. I'm pretty sure. I do have Blue Mage, by the way. I just haven't worked on it. Blue Mage is a limited job where you can't really use it in regular dungeons and stuff unless you pre-make a group, but it is very powerful. That's the reason why it's limited. There's talks about another limited job coming out soon, like a Beastmaster kind of thing. Lines in the Sand, the geopolitics of Heidelin. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tyrell. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east to west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by man, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Algons, who rose to power in Eldenard before advancing east to Ilsebard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tyrell waged war with one another for generations, stymied by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of the Mamulja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly it is a testament to the autarch's greatness. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrell is no exception. Yet while some of their creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of special species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. The flora and fauna of Tyrell, by the way. Alpaca. Accustomed to Tyrell's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyvera. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tyrell. The Mamulja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the Wyvera is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Valagarmanda. Give me 1 second, I need to blow my nose. Tyrelli folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. I really You're really building up this Valagomarda, huh? Give me 2 seconds. Messages popping up. Eorzean cuisine history. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous popoto, these crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Lamidsan sailor named Kettenram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive in the theretofore unknown continent. Kettenram spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamulja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kettenram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered myriad vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Lominsa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kettenram's expeditions to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Kettenram's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tural, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Grahatia will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Oops. Gotta throw that emoji in. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tural, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. The Mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Remember, it is a library. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tural within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the tale of Kettenram. Popotos, I have a newfound appreciation for them. The legendary city of gold. Kettenram. Ah yes, the renowned Lamidsan explorer who traversed the Indigo Deep and discovered the unknown West. And his accomplishments didn't end there. He traveled Tural extensively and even forged a friendship with the Dawn Servant. If we were able to meet Kettenram, what things we could learn. Alas, all of this happened nigh 80 years ago, and he may no longer be alive to tell his tales. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about alpacas, wyveras, and a Valagarmanda. We're gonna do Valagarmanda. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast? Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rules the skies. I should like to see it with my own eyes, presuming it even exists. I thought I heard familiar voices. Fancy running into the two of you here. Well, well. Have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Radhan, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of you, the two of you? What endeavor brings you here this day? Adventure. New lands. My cloak is clipping through the stone bench. A nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tyrell. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We'd do well to read up on Tuliulal ourselves. The contest. Is Hero the only one allowed to help Wuk-Lamat? There was no mention of such restrictions, as I recall. On the contrary, Wuk-Lamat gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Elfino. We have planning to do. Alice, wait. It would seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to the annex. Sure. We're about halfway through the stream. Should be able to knock out at least getting into Dawn Trail in its earnestness. This is still pre-game. Prelude. I think I got one more mission and then we're in it proper. Oh, it's foggy out. Can't really see much. Is it gonna magically fix? Nope, never mind. Can barely see Thaliak. Everything okay, bro?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Wuk-Lamat's request?
I never say no to a new adventure. I'm still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics. New adventure.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination.
I don't think Graha comes with me. I don't remember that.
But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
If I had to pick 3 of the Scions to go with me, Graha tops the list. Second place is a solid Y'shtola. And third, I would have to... damn it. Third is a toss-up. It's a double tie between Estinian and Thancred.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenon. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Stop staring at Thalic's butt.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it.
If anything, I just need to bash something with my danger lollipop.
Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I'm going to start leveling up some alternate classes.
Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Huh. I'll probably end up boosting Paladin, Astrologian, Red Mage, and Summoner. That'll give me a mix. Oh, look, it's Thancred. Gathering his intel. Part of the reason why I said it's a tie between Thancred and Estinian. I like Estinian and Thancred both. I'd say maybe Thancred edges out a little bit above Estinian due to the fact that he has the chops of intel gathering. Welcome back, hero. If you're looking for Wukalamat, she is currently with the others in her chambers. If you like, I can go and fetch them for you. Have Ojika fetch everyone? Yes, sure, do that. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. I intend to. Where do I wait? Where do I wait? Where do I wait? Oh, main hall. Yay. I want to get this started. The Gigundo map.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it. I'm doing the first one because it's got a little bit of a Star Trek reference.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
I could deal without the twins.
Alphino, Alize, what are you two doing here?
I would swap you two out in a heartbeat for Y'shtola.
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wukalamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
Yeah.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do.
I don't even think you can get her axe as a skin, by the way.
We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable.
He tried sneaking.
They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths.
Huh.
I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Piqued his interest.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
Oh, does Graha stay behind?
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor.
That's why I don't remember him.
Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
I really, really wish I had Y'shtola in this group. That look.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Looking at Kryl and seeing the bottles of ink, or paint, I really wish that you could have an ability as the Pictomancer to toss, like, paint grenades.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I might just toss in Pictomancers and Reaper for, or Viper. I haven't tried Viper too much. Definitely work on Reaper, though.
Now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Did a map of Tural.
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits.
Oh.
Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Seems like you gotta get that giant map updated. Oh, don't tell me it's ending credits again. Don't be ending credits again. Ah, shit, it's ending credits again. So officially we've finished Endwalker. Sweet, I get to go back in the Dawn Trail again. Pretty soon I'm gonna be caught up with my main character. Sweet. Can't wait. Oh. Let's see. For I kind of wish that they did a little bit more with the Void. They might do it again, you never know. I do want to see Zero again, that'd be nice, but the main thing for me is I want to see the past. Like, I want them to go back in to, like, before the 13th became the Void. Before the first ended up with the Flood of Light. It'd be really fun to go through those. I'd also like to see, like, 1.0 story revisited. One of my greatest regrets for this game is the fact that I never played it when it was 1.0, even though I know it was kind of like a dumpster fire. I wanted to see this storyline so badly. And I'm so jealous of everyone that has a 1.0 account because they get a special opening cutscene and some other items and stuff due to the fact that they have a legacy account. They were really, really cool. So sad. But oh well. We're gonna be crushing it in Dawn Trail though. The other thing I'm going to be pulling up is next stream for today, because I'm planning to try to get another one in. We're going to, of course, push into Dawn Trail, but I'm going to add in another title to the mix. Since we finished Lunar Silver Star story yesterday, by my accounts, for you, I don't know in the future when you have watched these videos, if anyone has actually, but I will be starting Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. Yay! One that I have not played. I've only watched a little bit of an ad. Only a few things I've watched in Lunar 2, so I'm going to be enjoying that to its fullest. I'm going to try and get as far as I can in each part. It took about... Lunar 1 took like, what, 9 parts to finish? And that was with a bunch of wipes in there. So we'll see how... I heard Lunar 2 has a lot of extra content. So we'll see how that goes. I just find it kind of funny that they named the new character in the Void Zero, and then they brought in Zeramus. Thought it was kind of a little bit of a goof there. What? Oh man, I'm just hearing about a bunch of great stuff. So not only, oh yeah, also Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered. It's the, I think it's called the Evolution Chronicle or something like that, is going to be released in September 30th of this year. That's another one I'm going to be joining up on. Oh, yes, we'll be definitely playing that. Final Fantasy Tactics, if you don't know, is one of my favorite titles. I love it, even though it is technically like a side story title, due to the fact that it is like a giant living chessboard in terms of the gameplay. I love that type of game. And they're updating it and everything. Yes! One of the things that pissed me off is that they had a remaster for it already in the War of the Lions, but unfortunately it was on PSP, And I didn't have a lot of titles that I liked on PSP, so I could not justify buying a portable / Vita just for like 1 or 2 titles. Even though it was a portable console, I just can't justify buying a full console just so I could only play 1 or 2 games. It's just not economical for me. But gonna be getting it September 30th. I'll be able to play it again, yes, without having to pop on my PS3. I still have my 2 through 5. So I have a PS2, I have a PS3, a PS4 Pro, and a PS5. I gave my regular PS4 to my girlfriend. And of course, I had a PS1, the tiny gray one, but I left that when I left my parents' house for my little brother. Well, actually, no. Scratch that. Forgot, actually. I gave it to my little brother because I upgraded to a PS2 at one point. My mom got me one of those for birthday or Christmas, and I was like, hell yeah, you could have the PS1 because I don't need it anymore. But the reason why I went on this side tangent is I'm just looking on my phone and I see Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement has been revealed for PS5 in 2026. Hell yeah. I loved Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, and now we're getting a sequel. Yay. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night was fun. It did have a little bit of things with me, but I enjoyed it altogether. Of course, they didn't quite exactly capture the nostalgia of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but I will enjoy it. I will say this, when I first did the post-game for Endwalker and I started seeing more of the tropes for Final Fantasy IV, I was very excited. It just seems kind of sad that the world of Final Fantasy IV fell to the void. It got flooded by darkness. I would have loved to have seen some of the... We saw some of the places, like Troya, and of course the lunar subterranean and Baron we saw a little bit of. Would have loved to have seen the heroes though, like Cecil and Kane and Rosa, Rydia, Edge. Let's see, who else was there? There was Palam and Porom. They had the Bard, Edward, that spoony Bard. Tella the Sage, there was Fusoya. We got to see Golbez. Although they kind of changed him up. They changed him up quite a bit. Let's see, who else was in there? Who was the monk from Fabul? Yang, there we go. We had Yang, and was that all of them? I think that was all of them. At least the playable characters. I want to eventually play the 1 through 6 and then play 7's remake. Maybe 8 and 9. 8 and 9 I never played. I mean, I played 9 and didn't finish it, but I never played 8. That's what I didn't finish 10. I didn't get to play 11. I played 12 for like 5 minutes, and then once I got into combat, I was like, I don't know about this. Same with 13. 13-2. Of course, you're watching me play 14. 15 I haven't touched yet, nor 16. Oh, classic music. I love the remix they've done for these classic musics. So good. Good way to bring it up. Oh, yeah. And I love the fact that they kept Rubicon as the noble and just, well, not just, but honest, I should say, of the fiends. I'm vibing with the music right now, sorry. Oh, and they showed the Loperates too. I thought that was kind of fun back in Endwalker. The Namming ways. I just love the whole love letter they gave in Endwalker Final Fantasy IV. So awesome. I'm just waiting for these credits to continue rolling so I can go ahead and get into the next portion of the story. But we also need to recognize that all these people worked on this. Without these people, we wouldn't have this story, this experience. I wonder who Durant would have been in the Final Fantasy IV universe. It kind of would have been cool if it ended up if they had used Kain, considering how Kain was a like a underling of Golbez and was like, he was brainwashed a few times, but like, so they kind of made him like the dark horse of the group. Like if he could have been like the last survivor of the original team, and him being stuck with Golbez would have been kind of like a poetic justice. But then again, I guess it would have been a lot of like a redundancy if Golbez would have been destroyed like it was in the story, and then Kane took over, kind of thing. I don't know. It's just me rambling, my mind wandering. I am glad that we managed to bring Ashdaya back, though. It is kind of sad that in order for her to come back, though, he had to sacrifice half of his life force, so... them's the breaks. Oh, wow, this is actually showing post-credits. Wow, because you don't even get to see this part. Them talking and conversing. Them flying around. I don't think I saw these, because I usually walk away and do my own thing while this plays. Speaking of which, I'm going to turn my mic off for a little bit. While this plays, I'm going to go ahead and grab a little sneaky snack. But I might pop my mic back on in between bites, just if I have like any like thoughts, processes that I might want to voice. BRB. Real quick, watch. Now I decide to go and get something to snack on, and it's going to end up ending really soon. Kind of stymie in my snack time. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, a little bit of a respite should quell my stomach for a little while. I just got an email about pre-order Final Fantasy Tactics. Bitch, I already done it. Way ahead of you. People are talking about Doom Dark Ages speeding up the speed 150 times than normal. Makes it a lot makes the game a lot better. I wonder. Ah, looks like we're about there. But now it's listing all the companies. Fall Guys. I never did get on the Fall Guys train. I did play the event a little bit on here. I still have Fall Guys on my PSN, but just never touched the game. Never watched anyone play it. I think Jack mentioned it. One of the big YouTubers mentioned it. It's like Fall Guys got a raw deal. It came out, and then right afterwards, thing popped up, Among Us, and Among Us blew up. Among Us, I played like one round. I need to get a lot of people playing. They were doing Among Us playthrough because playing it with other people, not in the chat, is kind of which sucks. It would be fun otherwise. I could get doing a lot of shenanigans if I had a group of people to play Among Us with. Right now I only have one person. That's Steps. I need 8 more people. Probably get my little brother in on it. That still leaves 7 people. Uh-oh. I think we're at the end of the credits. Nope, never mind. Shit. I saw a little break there and I was like, yes! They're just teasing now. They're just dragging out the credits. Here we go. Yay. Lest you wonder about your passage to Tyrell, Aron will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well in your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Yeah, I got a fashion accessory. Meanwhile, in Limsa Lominsa. Hey, look!
When does the next ship set sail? May I ask your destination?
West?
North and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time. West, you say?
Oi! Meanwhile, in old Charlian. Ah, it's Orion J. And Thancred.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Commander Keen?
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
Especially me.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
All of them have been.
Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
So it looks like this time we're going to leave out Y'shtola and Graha.
Tell me.
Yep.
Have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Mm-hmm.
Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north?
No. Don't think so, not yet.
The fabled golden cities of the New World.
Where we're heading now. Foreshadowed. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond and tread the gilded path beyond. Tomorrow is unknown. Yay, I'm Sun Chaser now. A new world to explore. Welcome back, hero. I've just had word from Arenville. Seems he's managed to secure passage to Taral aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. Ah, that sound. I'm gonna get into it proper and then we're gonna end the part. I'm ready. The only thing I could do to buff up my gear a little bit better would be materia, and that's about it. Everything else is maxed out for now. Ojika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Arenville himself. Speak of the devil. Aye, you're all here. Took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Taral. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. That's fine, Arenville. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves. You're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Taral, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Tuliolal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn's servant. In addition to that, Alphino and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tural, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insight that might help our friends in Ilsebard. We'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Cryo? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the Stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail and let the wind take us as she pleases. We won't make you Dawn Servant by standing here and talking about it. I go wheresoever adventure is to be found. We're gonna go for the middle one. Ha, a man of action. Right then. If all are still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. It's a big-ass ship.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Basically what we're going to do is I'm going to go up to the point where I can get to the Aetheryte for the first town, and then I'll call it.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Somewhat.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels.
Yeah.
Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Butheswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience,
Why not airship over?
which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
Hurry up.
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
Mm-hmm. My bags are absolutely brimming. Almost literally. I got maybe like 10 bag slots.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
Oh, there's Graha.
We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80
Oh,
years
it's Tataru.
past, bound for the New World,
Unfortunate.
Known to our children as the continent of Toral.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me! Woklamat!
Ah, feels so good to be back in this X-Pack.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
Premonition?
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Toral was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
I guess.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Oh, this will be my first visit to Toral. Funjantain's the name. I was working at Eshtame's Aesthetics in Ul'dah, you see, but my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visited Charlian in the hopes of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn Servant welcomes all regardless of origin, and so Tuliolal seems like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. Gah, I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Toral, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the Great Kitten Ram. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot on Toral almost 80 years ago. The Mamoljas later is said to have welcomed Kettenram with open arms, and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But But the real treasure was the crops he brought back, potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, which spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. Tales say Ketram returned to Tural several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. An adventurer, I presume. I'm a merchant myself based in Ul'dah, specialty imports and exports, Eorzea and Turali both. If this is your first crossing the salt, as they say, do remember that the social mores of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this. It is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Mikote, the Hetzero. The Hrothgar, the Zibral. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. That was a good bit of information. Did you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next to in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants in the right of succession, your young Wukmalamat being one of them, of course. But from what a Mamulja bloke was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on the third promise. Looks like we got fire crystals. Did you learn anything of interest? A few things. Oh, I heard that about the clan names. We should have Wukmalamat and Arenville teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. Uh-oh, looks like we got a storm.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
Someone got sick.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Viera live there?
The Shetona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name.
Damn.
As for my mother...
Oof.
Oh dear.
Only those on watch! This wind's too strong to take any sound! I'm going off the mast! We need help! Get in below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
Fun, fun. On a bun. Surprised Wukmalamat can move.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since. The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
There's the fire crystals.
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease. Vuklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Seems like someone's being the butt of the joke a lot.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Oh, looks like he's the last. I'm the last one to get up. I don't know how I slept sitting up. Sucks doing that. I do that when I'm severely congested, and I always have a miserable night. Cutscene time? Excuse me.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air?
Yep.
It seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Blue-footed boobies.
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
We can breathe underwater.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
I would love to get to town and get to the Aetherite.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway.
Huh. They could.
If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
We learned that Wuk-Lamad has issues with seasickness.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Yep.
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Yes. Funny thing is, I haven't even finished the story for Dawn Trail yet on my main. I've kind of left some of the story beats. I get kind of lazy. I usually wait until the end when it's about to be the next X pack, and then I kind of push through all the story content, but I've been getting kind of lazy with it. Other games to play, stuff like that. Working on my live stream duder off camera, all that jazz. All right, Tuli Yolal. We're in the new world now. Again, remember, I'm only gonna go get the Aetherite so I can teleport here. There it is! And then I'm gonna end it. So I got another stream to start.
Gods. I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Uh-oh.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part?
Huh. More like personality-wise.
Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tulicholal.
Yeah, finally in Tuli. Once this cutscene ends, of course. Well, despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. You have arrived in Tuliolal. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the sprightly sailor in Scholar's Harbor in Old Charlian. Can I run forward? Yes. Oh, I got really close to 94. I have to put 8 levels in Paladin. Let's see. Reaper needs 20 levels, Viper needs 10, Picto needs 10, Red Mage needs 11, and Summoner's good to go. Alright, so I got the 8th right. Let's double check to make sure. Alright, cool. I gotta leave this here because I'm overclocked. Thank you all for watching. This has been part 169 of my live stream playthrough 4. Final Fantasy 14. We just cracked into Dawn Servant, or Dawn Trail, I mean. We're about to go meet the Dawn Servant. If you like to go ahead, give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Keep up with the content. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I go live or have new content posted. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. And I will see you all in the next video where we will continue on into Dawn Trail. Until then. See you later. Bye.